Hey, good Friday morning. I've got September the 12th, 2025. Ken Arzone here, talking baseball. For the fun of it, I'm retired. Looking at baseball history. Baseball players from the past who have accomplishments in their careers. I want to look at it, give my thoughts. This video, Luis Aparicio. Have you heard of him? 18-year career, 1956 through 1973. He made the Baseball Hall of Fame. You got to take note. Guys in the Hall of Fame, right? Did you know this? I didn't know this. He played 18 years. He batted over 300 in a season once. 1970, he batted 313. Never had a 200 hit season. His highest was 182 hits in a year. Okay, respectable. He never had 100 runs scored in a season. His highest, 98. Came close. Never had 100 RBIs in a year. His highest, would you believe this? 61. He never had 300 total bases in a season. His highest, 241. Yet this guy made the Baseball Hall of Fame. His career batting average, 262. Yet he made the Baseball Hall of Fame. How? There's one stat that stands out. 2,677 hits in 18 years. He started at 22, stopped at 39. If he had played 20 years, 2 more years, let's say he got 150 hits per season. That would have been 300 hits, right? He had 2677. 300 would have been 2977. So in one of those years, instead of 150, he gets 160 hits. This guy could have had 3,000 hits. Luis Aparicio. Didn't get there. Stopped at 18 years. 2,599 games. 2,677 hits. Now, there are guys playing today who have more hits. They're not in the Baseball Hall of Fame. Omar Vizquel comes to mind. Johnny Damon. He has more hits. I think there's a couple other guys. 2,700 hits. Not in the Baseball Hall of Fame. More hits than Luis Aparicio. And a better batting average. Career. Yet he got in. Why? The era. Played in the 1950s, 60s, and a little bit into the 70s. And the baseball writers were looking for quality baseball players from that era. And since he got 2,677 hits, they voted him in. Today, same stats, may not get in. Let's look at his career. 1956, 266 average. Did you know that in his career, I'm looking at it, his highest home run total was 10 in 1 year. So no 100 runs scored, no 200 hits, no 100 RBIs, no 300 total bases. Yet he got in because he was a consistent player. I'm looking at another stat, 18 years. Did you know he played triple digits, which is 100 games or more in a season, every year of his career? 18 years, 100 or more games each year. He had, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 of those 18 years, 150 or more games. Then he had another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more, 140. So 8 and 6 is 14 years, 140 or more games in a season. 14 years. He's in the lineup. He's a gamer. First year, 266 average. Second year, 257. So not astounding numbers, just consistency, reliability. Third year, 266 average. Fourth year, 257. 1960, 277 average. 1961, 272 average. No eye-popping numbers. He did have 170 hits in 1961. 1962, 241 average. 1963, 250. 1964, 266 average. 1965, 225 average. Ooh, that's down there. Played 144 games and batted 225. Yikes. 1966, 276. Brought it up a little bit. 182 hits. This will be his best year. $1967, 233 average. Not good. 1968, 264 average. 1969, 280. Now, 1970, interesting. 36 years old. Plays 146 games, 173 hits. Bats 313. So he's got to ask himself, he's been playing all these years, no 300 batting average, and then he finally breaks through 1970, but it's a little too late, guy. 313 average, 1970. And then next year he comes back and bats 232. 1972, 257 average. And then 1973 is last year, 271 average. He ends up 262 career batting average and makes the Baseball Hall of Fame. Go figure. It was the career hits, and it was the writers at that time. They looked at the guy and said, hey, he looks like he's a solid guy, but he was just an average ball player, in my opinion. I told you, no 100 runs scored. You got to have benchmarks in a season, right? He didn't get the 100 runs scored. You got to do it at least once. He didn't do it. Got to get at least 200 hits once. He didn't do it. 100 RBIs. He didn't do it. One 300 batting average season. His career on base, 311. 31% of the time. That's not good. You got to be 40%. Slugging, 343. Whew. He did get 3,504 total bases in a career in 18 years. Average. 394 career doubles, only 83 career home runs, 791 career RBIs. He did score 1,335 runs, so he did pass the 1,000 there. But he didn't get to the 1,500, which is a benchmark. Does Luis Aparicio deserve the Baseball Hall of Fame? My opinion. What does that mean when I go like that? Maybe, maybe not. Right there. My opinion. You want my opinion? Does Luis Aparicio deserve the Baseball Hall of Fame? No. Sorry, Luis. He's still alive? Let's see, let me look. He's still alive. He's 91 years old. So, Luis, if I was talking to you, I would say, how come only one 300 batting average season? He would come back at me and say, hey, I was consistent. I played all those games. And I got 2,677 hits. I would say that is very good to pass the 2,500 hit mark. Is that Hall of Fame worthy? Hall of Fame, you got to be a little extraordinary. What I'm basing it on is there are other guys with more hits, better batting average, more runs scored, and more RBIs, and they're not in. So if they're not in, how come you got in? I think in the era that you played enabled you to get into the Baseball Hall of Fame. But since you're in, I have no beef. I would say props, congratulations, Lewis. All right, way to go. I don't want to be negative, so I'll just leave it at that. But as far as Hall of Fame stats, I didn't see as much. All right, I want to continue in this book, Baseball Almanac Hall of Famers. I want to keep looking at baseball players, analyze their careers. Jeff Bagwell, he's next. Have you heard of him? Good hitter. He had some good years. We'll look at him next. I'm out.